you just feel so good when you start taking care of yourself, and I needed that feeling so bad. I was the absolute worst binge eater. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna turn this into a workout room because I really like being here. I didn't even realize how much better my skin could be before I started using this. Hey sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maylene Call from Mrs. Call's Campers. I'm a teacher actually who moved from Tennessee to Northern California, but this video is all about my personal like health, body, fitness, overall well-being, because I have done a complete like 180 with my life. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I've been sharing a lot about working out, fitness, things I'm doing, things I'm trying, things I'm eating, and that's because it has taken over my life in the best possible way. So I'm going to be covering a lot in this video because I don't want to make a ton of videos on this topic. I'm not trying to turn this into like a fitness and health channel. I'm just trying to update y'all on what I'm doing. So I'm going to be talking about why I started, how I started, things I was noticing about myself. I'm going to be talking about my weight. I'm going to be answering questions from you guys, how to know how to start. I'm going to be telling you guys about my goals, my exercise routine. I'm going to be doing a tour of my workout room. I'm also going to be sharing some of my favorite like fitness, health, body favorites, which by the way, this video is actually being sponsored by Curology. Thank you so much, Curology. Working with this brand has been absolutely freaking amazing. They have done wonders for my skin, and I can't wait to tell you about that a little bit later in the video. I'm also going to be sharing with you my favorite accounts to follow, basically how I stay motivated, my relationship with food. My dog is barking at something. Talking about counting calories, intermittent fasting, am I doing any special diets, do I have a meal plan, affording healthy foods, and probably a ton of other things. So if you see that this video is long, it is because it is packed full of info, and I'm going to try to go really quickly through it. So bear with me, give this video a like. I'm going to be completely open and honest with you guys. I asked you on Instagram what you wanted me to talk about, and that is what we're doing today. First thing I want to talk about is why I started, and I am going to go ahead and put a trigger warning in here. I feel like if you click on this video, you kind of know what you're getting, but I am going to be talking about weight and eating and things like that. So I am going to keep this a little bit short and sweet. This is not like a full my fitness journey, but the reason I started was because I was honestly just tired of feeling the way that I felt, even from like when I was in high school and I was actually like thin, but I still had like that skinny fat. I was constantly like sucking in my gut and trying to like make myself look thinner, and I feel like when you are uncomfortable with your body, you learn like the ways to stand, the ways to hold your belly in, and things like that. So it's really unhealthy to feel like that. It's also really scary when you feel like that for a really long time. So if that's you right now, just know that I completely understand. I'm totally here with you. So recently I have been putting on a ton of weight, and it's something that just like happened very slowly over time. And it was like, you know, your clothes stop fitting, but you keep them because you're like, why don't I fit into these clothes anymore? You don't really understand it. And you know, recently my like undergarments stopped fitting me too, and that is really difficult for me to say. That's just something that's like so personal, and it affected me a lot. And so finally I decided that I was going to do something about it. So my husband and I moved to California in October, and I just decided it was time. I didn't have a teaching job, so I had all this time to devote to myself and make myself better, and I didn't want it to go to waste. So I started looking into things I could do from home. I didn't necessarily want to get a gym membership because I don't know what I'm doing in the gym. So there were a couple of different apps that I was actually looking into, and one of them was Beachbody, which is actually what I went with. I just did a full review of Beachbody in the program I did. You can find it up here. I'm not a coach for Beachbody. I'm not trying to get you to do Beachbody, but it's just what I'm doing right now. Yeah, and I was just noticing so many things about my body. I was just always hyper aware of every part of me that didn't look the way I wanted it to look. So I decided to do something about it. And when I started Beachbody, I was really nervous. I honestly, at first I was like, this is never gonna work. I'm not gonna, you know, reach any goals, but I actually have. So when I got here in October, I actually weighed 179 pounds, and that is a crazy number for me to say, especially because like when I was younger it was more like 125, and then I saw it get to like 140, 150 in high school, and then college is when it got a little bit worse, and that's all my fault completely. But yeah, so I never actually saw the scale get to 180, but to me, just seeing that number for my frame, for my body, I knew it was a very very bad thing, and it's just really embarrassing for me to know that about myself and to know that I had let myself get that far. So in October I basically had one goal, and that was to get through the workout program. I knew I wanted to lose weight. I didn't have necessarily like a set number of pounds that I wanted to lose, because I know that I have a long way to go. But I really just wanted to get into a routine that was going to be good for me, and I wanted to change the way that I thought about, you know, working out, and it worked. I'm trying not to get emotional, but it's crazy, like when you do something. Okay, now I'm getting emotional. No. When you're used to like not investing in yourself and in your health, and then you start to do that, your entire life starts to change. Suddenly, like everything I was doing was related to like health and fitness, and I was shopping better, I was eating better, I was feeling better, and you just feel so good when you start taking care of yourself, and I needed that feeling so bad. So maybe in a year from now I'll do like a full video on like my fitness journey or whatever, but yeah, in the beginning when I started, my goal was to just find something I could stick with, find something I could do, change my habits, so I could change my life. And progress in the beginning was very slow, because in the beginning I still wasn't set on my nutrition, I wasn't set on my diet. Basically I was committing to workouts and not necessarily my health, if that makes sense. And then as soon as I started focusing on my health, I started to see results. I weighed in this morning at 167.2 pounds, and I remember the first time I saw that scale go to like 169.8 pounds, it was a big deal to me, because I had been seeing that like 170 something pounds for so long. So yeah, I feel like I'm making really good progress right now, and it was never my goal to lose weight really quickly. I know for a lot of people it is, but for me, when I was starting this, I wanted it to be something that I was going to stick with for life, and I told myself I was going to be okay with slow weight loss, I was going to be okay with slow progress, because that just means that my results are going to last that much longer. So that's how much I weigh right now. I have other information I want to share with you about BMI, body fat, stuff like that a little bit later. And my goals right now are to, you know, stick with working out, do it every single day. I don't necessarily have measurement goals. My weight goal, I know it should be about like somewhere in like the 130 range, and again I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. So as far as my exercise routine goes, I am devoting about an hour a day, except on Sundays, to working out. Most of the time I am doing Beachbody programs. I'm using my laptop, and I just put my laptop up on that little shelf thing, and I press play and I work out for an hour. And on my rest days I will, you know, go for a walk/run with Tesla, and just try to be active, and it's completely changed my life. And it's so easy to sit here and tell you that, because I'm here, but I'm still in the beginning, and I want you to know you could be feeling the way I feel right now in like just a couple of months if you just commit to it. And it's so hard, because I used to be the kind of girl who would watch hours and hours of these videos that were like inspirational, and I just would feel like I couldn't do it. But you can do it when you're ready to do it. So it was just a really important thing for me to realize that I was capable of doing these things. So if no one's told you, you are capable of doing this, even if it's you taking the smallest steps every single day. So again, I have a video on Beachbody. I'm not saying you need to do Beachbody. I'm just saying it was really easy for me as a beginner, and I know I get a lot of questions on how do you know what to do, and that's honestly why I feel like I've been so successful, because I wasn't walking into a gym every day kind of just being like, I'm gonna lift some weights, I'm gonna do some treadmill, I'm gonna do some of this. Like, they actually have coaches and fitness plans for you to follow along with, which is really, really important in the beginning, because it's like you have a personal trainer. Again, I'm not a coach, I'm just saying, like, it was really helpful for me as a beginner, even though before I signed up for it, I didn't want to admit that. So I highly recommend checking out that video if you are interested in it, because I give you some very important details. As far as staying motivated now, it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been like smooth sailing the whole way. There's lots of times where I've just been like, you know, I could skip today and be okay, but I don't skip workouts. Whenever I need to motivate myself, I look at pictures. If you are like me, you probably have pictures in your phone, like progress photos, like before photos from like months and months and months ago, and then you never started your journey. So like your new progress photos, your before photos just keep getting worse than your other ones, and you're like, man, I wish I could go back to there. So don't be like me, just go ahead and get started. One way I stay motivated is to just think about that person that I want to be. I think about her all the freaking time. Sometimes I make eye contact with the mirrors on my wall when I'm working out, and I just give these pep talks to myself. I love to watch videos on YouTube. I love Savannah Wright, she's a new one. I freaking love that girl. I love Whitney Simmons. Buff Bunny's like an OG girl. I love Natasha Ocean, Cassie from Vlog Claudies. There's tons of motivational accounts here on YouTube. If you have some that you follow, I'd love for you to give me a comment down below because I'm always looking for more people. I really like those girls who are down to earth, honest, and none of the like BS. You know what I mean? That was a lot. If you have questions on anything I just talked about, leave a comment down below. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you inside my workout room now and talk to you about some of the things that I got. Maybe I could turn the light on for you. Oh, it is on. All my stuff over there. So if you saw my empty house tour, we are lucky enough to have 3 bedrooms. I just want to say, if you don't have the space like this to work out, you can still work out at home. You just need like a small area to do it. I decided that I was gonna make this my workout room. I don't want you to feel bad if you don't, you know, okay. So originally I just had my weights, sliders, bands, and like that was it in this entire workout room. And then like halfway through my 80-day obsession program, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna turn this into a workout room because I really like being here. And this room makes me so happy, and it was honestly the greatest decision ever. So I'll start over here. This is a plant that I originally bought for my classroom. But since I don't have a classroom right now, I just put it in here. This shelf is from Target. I got it using a gift card from one of my parents from last year. This whiteboard is from Walmart. It was like under $10, and this is like my motivation board. This calendar is from Target. So I've just been logging what workouts I do. And then there's like a little workout lift calendar for the program I'm doing right now. But this was January, just to give you an idea of what I was doing. And then these mirrors are actually from Walmart. They were like $5 or $6 a piece. And then that fan I asked my sister to get me for Christmas. This is a yoga mat that I got from Ross. And then now let's talk about everything on the shelf. So I'll talk about the top first. This basket is from Ross. I have some 1UP pre-workout that I take not every single day, but most days I'm taking this pre-workout. And then I have some what are these, sweat rags. Then I put my laptop right here. This is a sign from Simply Stain Shop on Etsy. I'll link her down below. Commit is my word for 2020. This is from Walmart. I got this a little while ago. It was like $5. And then I have these weights up here because they're 2-pound weights that I bought for bar. But there's not, they look cute here. So this is where I store like all of my weights and things like that. This was a 2 set of baskets that I got from Ross. And then, and this one I just keep bands. And this one I keep miracle balls. They're like kind of like massage balls. And then this is from Garage Bar and Bike in Murfreesboro when I did bar, and I just keep it because it makes me really, really happy because that's when I actually started like working out. Then I have some 3-pound weights, some 5-pound weights, and some 8-pound weights, and these are what I used like a majority of the time. I also have 10-pound weights. I've got a foam roller. I use this just about every single day. Sliders, I hate them, but they burn so good. I actually needed sliders and bands for the workout program that I did with Beachbody or whatever. And then I have 12-pound weights, 15-pound weights, and 20-pound weights. And I just have to say, these are mostly for like booty workouts. Like I am not that strong yet. Most of the time I use like these top shelf ones. But yeah, these are all my weights. And then over here I have this basket from Ross, but I thought it would be perfect to go against this shelf right here so that I could put in my rags when I was done using them. And then sometimes I take off my socks and put them in there because I like to take off my shoes after I work out. Most of the time I work out in these shoes. I have to actually go to a podiatrist because my arches hurt really bad. I did get some, I did get some inserts, and that's helped a little bit. But yeah, that's everything in this room. I'm really proud with the way it turned out. So yeah, over time this room just became a place that I wanted to be, and just having the weights on the floor and there being nothing in here kind of made it like very sad feeling. So I just decided I was going to invest in this, and yeah, I know not everybody can, but it made a big difference for me in terms of motivation. I really enjoy being in here. It's crazy to say that I even enjoy working out, but I'm excited to work out after I film this video. So now I'm going to share some of my fitness favorites with you, health favorites, body favorites, things like that, things that are just like making my life better. I feel so good. Okay, first thing I want to share is this water bottle. My sister actually got this for me. I saw someone with it in a bar class when I was in Tennessee. And I was like, where did you get that bottle? And they told me, and then I couldn't find it, and my sister found, I think she found it on like eBay or something, but I just like, it's such a pretty color. It's got that like light gray, and for me, I drink, not kidding, I probably drink 6 or 7 of these a day. So get yourself a really nice water bottle that you like to drink out of. For me, the fact that it has a straw is the best, and I don't necessarily need a water bottle that like keeps drinks cool for like 7 hours, because I drink it so quickly. So just find a water bottle you like. On that topic is blender bottles. I freaking am obsessed with these blender bottles. They're from Target, but I have like 4 of these and then like a bigger one. But I also have basically like most of the things I'm talking about you'll find linked in the description box. I'll link these from the Target website because I love them so much. I went to like 3 different Targets to try to find more of these. And in it is actually some protein powder. So I'll put a picture of the containers here for you. I don't have my protein powder in the containers right now because the containers are just like so big and so bulky, and they didn't fit in my cabinet, and I also like organization, you feel me? So this one is unicorn donut protein, which is what I have in the blender bottle now. This one is caramel toffee macchiato, and I like this one mixed like in ice cold water with ice cubes in it, because it literally tastes like coffee. So I have the unicorn donut protein one in here right now, which is, I think it was like a collab with Buff Bunny. These are the only 2 flavors that I've tried from their protein. No, that's a lie. I've also tried chocolate peanut butter and cotton candy, and I will say my favorite is probably the caramel toffee macchiato, because it just tastes like a drink that I would drink on a daily basis. I used to get Starbucks all the time, and I loved caramel macchiatos. The other flavors like the unicorn donut sparkle protein, and then the chocolate peanut butter and the cotton candy, they're sweeter. So for me, I don't necessarily always want a sweeter drink, so I don't drink these as often as I do the caramel toffee macchiato, but they're like really good flavors. So if you're someone who like snacking a lot, this would be a good option. So these are by 1UP, and I always tell people on Instagram, protein shakes are like the last thing you need. I use it as a meal replacement sometimes with like some fruit or something, or I'll use it if, you know, my cravings are really bad, or I'll use it after a workout, or if I need extra protein during the day. But most people don't need protein shakes, and I just want to throw that out there. You also saw that I had the 1UP pre-workout. I keep it up here in this room, just so that it's really easy for me to take. You have to drink this stuff like right before your workout pretty much. It does give you that tingly feeling if you drink it and then like wait too long to work out, and this stuff helps me out so freaking much. After I use it, I literally feel like I should just go run like 3 miles after I'm done working out. So pre-workout isn't the kind of thing that's gonna give you like superhuman energy if you've never had it before. It's just something that's gonna help you more towards the end of your workout. It's gonna help you push through, and I'm not like a supplement junkie, but I take this and I freaking love it. And then the one that changed my life completely, BCAAs. I have the candy watermelon, which is the first flavor I got, and then I ordered guava nectarine, but they accidentally sent me rose slushy by accident. So I reached out to them and I was like, hey, I didn't get my guava nectarine, so they sent me this one for free. So now I have both of them, and I love both flavors honestly. But just like as a little quick flavor review, the guava nectarine, I think it's my favorite, but it tastes like a combination of candy watermelon and rose slushy. It's really good. So BCAAs are something I drink right after my workout. They help with muscle recovery. I'm gonna let you do your own research on BCAAs, pre-workout supplements, things like that. I'm not trying to push anything on you. I'm just telling you this is what I use. I have a link down below. I would so love if you use it if you want to try them out. But yeah, I would recommend for pre-workout dragon fruit mojito, and then for BCAAs the guava nectarine. BCAAs made the biggest difference to me. If you're only going to buy one thing, whether you buy from 1UP Nutrition or not, BCAAs, if you work out, are Like, I will always buy them. Okay, a big one is workout clothes. I did not have like that many workout clothes before I started doing this, and then when you work out every day, you need to have a decent amount of workout clothes, so you're not wearing the same ones every day and like working out in like your sweaty clothes, you know? I almost feel bad saying this because if you don't do it right, it can be expensive, but I love my Fabletics leggings. The kind that I use, that I like, are called Power Hold, and these leggings, oh my gosh, they are miles better than other leggings. These are the 7/8 length. I'm gonna leave the details of the things that I have below in the description box. There's gonna be lots of fun information in there. These hold you in so freaking well. Yes, they're squat proof, but they just make you feel so good. And after wearing these leggings, putting on another pair of leggings after it, I'm like, these do not feel the same, like in terms of quality. These are, I freaking love these leggings. So I have a couple of Power Hold leggings, and I also have some of their sports like tops and sports bras. I would say in terms of their sports bras, they're not going to be like the most supportive, but if you're like me and you don't need like a lot of support, if you know what I'm saying, they're amazing. This one is my favorite. It's the Delta Midi bra, I guess is what you would call it, but I like it because it's not just like a sports bra, it's kind of like a tank top at the same time. I also have this one that's not a bra at all, it's just like a top, and it has like that twist detailing in the front, and it is so freaking flattering. And then I have one, another one that has, again, more coverage, and it's hard to tell, but the sides have this like scrunchy detail effect, so it's like a little like tank top, but it covers like what you want it to cover. Otherwise I just have like Puma sports bras, so just like your traditional sports bra. And another big thing about starting this fitness journey is I never ever in my life would have worked out in just a sports bra and leggings because I felt so uncomfortable. But when I started working out, even though I wasn't necessarily seeing all the changes on the outside of my body, I started feeling so much better, and I was gaining confidence, and I was doing things like wearing a sports bra and leggings, which sounds like nothing, but if you're insecure about your body, it's everything. One of the things that made the biggest difference to me in terms of motivation was my Apple Watch. And I had my Apple Watch before I started working out because I'm an Apple girl, but using the fitness features of it is absolutely incredible. It is so motivating. For me, I always just go ahead and put my workouts on other/open goal and let it do its thing. And checking, you know, how many calories you burn in your workout, that is a huge motivator for me. If there are times when my watch dies, I just get really bummed about it. But I'm the kind of person who's motivated by numbers and motivated by seeing my heart rate, knowing I can get that heart rate higher, and things like that. So an Apple Watch was a huge help during this entire thing. Plus all of my stats are logged, and I've started to use the Apple Health app even more, and it gives you a lot of information, and I actually didn't start doing that until like a month ago. My next favorite, I was kind of hesitant to share because I know the relationship that some people have with a scale. Like I said, I'm really motivated by numbers, and I like to have a log of things. I like to track as many things as possible. So a scale for me was kind of a no-brainer. I like being aware of my weight. I know for a lot of people they say don't look at the scale, don't focus on the scale, but for me I want to have like very specific data points, and I was just using a basic scale for a while, but then I invested in this bad boy. This is by Fit Index. I don't know, it was cheaper than the scale I have right now that does like nothing, and I got it off of Amazon. You can find it in my Amazon link in the description box under like fitness and health favorites. This scale is so freaking cool. Okay, it comes with an app. So earlier in the video when I showed you how much I weighed in this app, it also shows you your weight, your BMI, your body fat, your fat-free body weight, your subcutaneous fat, your visceral fat, body, water, skeletal muscle, muscle mass, bone mass, protein, BMR, metabolic age, and that's a lot of info. And no, scale is not, it's not going to be 100% accurate, like no way, but it's pretty close, I think. So here's an overview of what mine looks like right now, if you can see, and if you tap on the different numbers, it'll tell you more about it. There's also a trends tab, so you can see your weight. This was after the Super Bowl. Basically, it gives you a really good log. And if you are someone who, you know, can't do numbers and that scale weight is like your main focus, probably not the best investment. But for me, I wanted to have a really detailed timeline of my weight loss. So this app is amazing, and you can connect it. So my husband and I have accounts on here, and we added each other as friends, so I can like see his weight and he can see my weight, and it's really cool. So if you have friends and then they have this scale too, you guys can like support each other. I don't know. So again, I know a lot of people come on here and say, don't look at your scale, hide your scale, throw your scale away. I like my scale. And then I wanted to share about my hair with you guys. I just freshly washed it. It's looking good. Freshly curled it too. And it is Love Beauty and Planet sulfate free shampoo. It says it's for like color treated hair, but I've never dyed my hair in my life. And I got these from Target. I was working with a brand at one point, and it was like a customized shampoo formula, and I liked it at first and then I hated it. These are amazing. I got them from Target. I'm gonna link them down for you below. These will change your hair. Basically, I'm just trying to be the best version of myself, and these help me do it. So I wash my hair probably twice a week, and I love these. And then finally is Curology. Oh, Curology has absolutely changed the way that I feel about myself when I look in the mirror. It's made the biggest difference in my confidence, in my skin, in the way I feel about myself. And you know, if you're not where you want to be in terms of your skin and the texture, or maybe your acne or your spots, you need to click the link in my bio and take the quiz to see, you know, what it says for you. I took it, and these are my ingredients, and they've changed my freaking world. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to my bathroom, show you guys what my skin looks like, and then we'll hop into the rest of the video. But I don't like to share a ton of things with you guys from brands. This is one thing that I want you guys to know about. I didn't even realize how much better my skin could be before I started using this. All right, it's nighttime. I've just washed my face. I put a little bit of witch hazel on, and now I'm gonna go ahead and put on my Curology. I usually squirt like a pump and then like a little bit more, just because I do take it into my neck a little bit. I just put it everywhere except like my eye area. And the only other thing that I do, which is probably gonna sound crazy because most of you who've seen my other videos know my skincare routine used to be like crazy long, but the only other thing I do is put on a very like light, simple moisturizer. So this is what my skin looks like right now after rubbing in my Curology. I've been using Curology for just over 6 months, since July of last year actually. I have all of my bottles right here just to show you guys that I use this religiously every single night. Curology is super easy. I do have the link in my description box for you to try Curology your first month free. All you have to pay is $4.95 shipping and handling. And they do have like a 90-day full money back guarantee. So it's worth a shot no matter what. All you have to do is go online and take a skincare quiz, and then you're gonna upload photos of your skin. And that is a game changer, because once you're connected with your dermatology provider, they can look at your quiz, but then they can also look at your skin and actually assess what you need. And then you get a cute little package just like this shipped to your door every single month, and you don't have to think about it anymore. So the ingredients in my Curology are for unclogging my pores. They're anti-inflammatory, antibacterial. They're helping me with redness. They're helping me with inflammation and hyperpigmentation, and also anti-aging. So all of that is in here. So I think the biggest thing for me personally was having access to a dermatology provider that I could message whenever. So shout out to Lindsay. You're taking care of me. Thank you so much. We have messaged about diet, sweating, workouts, things like that. My dark spots, sunscreen, skincare routine, all of that. She gave me such great, helpful information. So you can tell in my before pictures that my skin was very splotchy. It was super dull, and I always had like pimples and just like random spots all over my face. And I used to think that having like 7 or 8 pimples just in random spots was just like what my skin was capable of, like that was the best it could do, but clearly not. Now you can tell my skin is so much more even. You can tell that that like dullness is gone, and it's the kind of thing where like if I look in the mirror, I am just so incredibly impressed with what Curology has done for my skin. Like I said, I didn't even realize how much better my skin could be. I didn't realize my skin was capable of looking like this, but it feels really, really good. So if you are struggling with those bad breakouts, yes, Curology can do magic for you. If you're someone like me who had a lot of dryness, but also oiliness and random breakouts all over your face and splotchiness and redness and irritation, Curology can help you. I also wanted to talk to those of you who might be lucky enough to have pretty healthy and balanced skin, because your skin could still be even better. And when you take that quiz, you can tell them your concerns. So maybe anti-aging is something that you want to go ahead and get started on. So tretinoin is the ingredient in my Curology bottle that helps with that, and it's just something that you're going to be grateful for in the long term. So I do have that link for you in the description box. Again, all you're going to have to pay for the first month is $4.95 shipping, and it's one of those things where like, this is my skincare routine now, like 3 things as opposed to the ton of products that I was using before. So for me, the $20 a month for Curology is very easily worth it, and it's the kind of thing that the longer you use it, the better your skin is going to look. I remember after the 2-month mark, I was like, okay, I'm not really having any more breakouts. Then after the 4-month mark, I started noticing serious skin texture changes, and now I'm at the 6-month mark and everything is just beautiful and looking great. So leave me a comment down below if you have any questions, and we're gonna hop back into the video, but make sure you take that quiz. All right, the next thing that I want to talk about is my relationship with food, counting macros, intermittent fasting, and things like that. So if you have been with me for a little while, you know that I did not have the best relationship with food, and if you know me in person or went to high school with me or something, yeah, I was the absolute worst binge eater. I did do a video where I quit sugar for a week. You can find that right up here. That was a really important step for me to take, but I've never had like a great relationship with food, and I feel like I never quite understood what my body needed. Even when I started this journey, I didn't know exactly what to do, or you know, how to have good nutrition. And Beachbody does give you like nutrition plans and things like that. I didn't follow them, but for a long time I really tried to do like intuitive eating. Like once I moved past like my binging phase and I was just trying to do intuitive eating, I realized I was actually under eating, and the way I realized that was by tracking in MyFitnessPal. So when you sign up for MyFitnessPal, it asks you about your goals, how quickly you want to lose weight, things like that. And I just want to say, do not be like me, because when FitnessPal set my calorie goals initially, it was 1,200 calories, which is so dangerous. And I didn't know that. Like, I know, like the only thing I know about calories pretty much was that 2,000 calorie diet is recommended for the average whatever. But I was eating 1,200 calories for a long time, and that was so bad for my body. And then what I actually did was I went in and adjusted everything, and I changed it based on my TDEE, which when I learned about TDEE, I think that changed everything for me. And I wanted to share that with you guys because it's really, really important. So you go to this website called TDEEcalculator.net. I'll leave it down below in the description box, and it asks you to put in gender, age, weight, height, activity, and if you have your body fat percentage, you can put it in. But I put it in before I had this scale, and then I have my body fat percentage in there now, and it's like the same. So this is everything that I'm putting in for right now. I'm gonna press calculate, and you can see that it says my maintenance calories are 2,552 calories per day. To maintain my 167-pound weight, I would need to eat 2,500 calories per day, or 17,862 calories per week. Seeing a number like that blows my mind, because I feel like most people in general always think like less is better, but it can be really damaging. So one of the important things that I found because of this was there's a category in here called basal metabolic rate. It's right here, the very top right there, basal metabolic rate. That number for me is 1,646 calories per day. So that is like your resting energy, not really doing anything all day. That's how many calories your body's gonna burn just like doing its thing, all your normal functions. Again, I'm not a nutritionist, and please do all your own research, but that number is roughly what my body needs to function. And just to show you guys, in my Apple Health app, if you go to your Apple Health app, I haven't done anything yet today, all I've done is film, so don't judge. I'm about to work out and do all that other stuff. But if you click on show all health data and you scroll down to resting energy, so far today I've burned 965 calories not really doing anything at all. But if I click on that and go to the week button for my average for the week, 1,648 calories is my average resting energy for the month. It was 1,700. So I should not be eating anything less than like 1,600 calories at all. So I need to eat more than that. And then in terms of weight loss, my calories should be somewhere between that 1,646 and then 2,552 calories, which are my maintenance calories. So between this top number and this bold number is where I should be for healthy weight loss. And when I saw this, I freaked out because I have been under eating. The TDEE calculator also tells you other things. It gives you recommendations in terms of how many carbs you should be eating, protein, fats, different plans. So I really highly recommend that you check it out. And then if you do use MyFitnessPal, you can actually go in and adjust your goals. So my goal is 1,600, and then if I exercise, I'll eat more. But I put it at 1,600, so I know that's like my minimum that I need to get, but usually it's a little bit more than that, which is a good thing. I just want to share that with you. If you guys want me to do like a week of like what I eat, I feel like a day isn't like the most accurate thing. I'd rather do like an entire week of what I'm eating and share that with you guys. Then I'd be happy to do that. Just leave me a comment down below. I also share what I eat with you over on Instagram, so I have an entire highlight dedicated to meals, and you can find inspiration for like healthier meals there. Please follow me on Instagram if you're not following me already. And then I also wanted to talk about something called intermittent fasting. I am not the kind of person who does like diets. I don't like anything that's like a fad or a diet, but I learned about intermittent fasting. I started reading articles, I started watching videos, I started talking to people, and I decided it was something that I wanted to do. So I have this app and it's called Zero. It has this timer, and I've been fasting for 18 hours, which means I haven't had any food for 18 hours, which is why I brought this protein shake up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and drink it, and when I drink it, I am actually going to end my fast. As soon as you put calories in your body, you end it, so end fast. And then that's all the information that it tells you, so I'm gonna save it. If you go into your history, you can see all your stats, how long you fast for, your average fasts, things like that. I'm not here to share with you all the science behind intermittent fasting, but it's something that's like changed the game for me. I started doing it, I don't know, when did I start doing it? January 6th. I've been doing it since January 6th. So I've been doing it for about a month. And what I do is the 16-8 fast. So I'm fasting for 16 hours and I'm eating within an 8-hour window. A lot of people like to eat between the hours of like 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. So no calories before 11 a.m., no calories after 7 p.m. And during that time you're fasting. I was kind of nervous to share this with you guys because I don't want you to just jump into something without knowing the science behind it. So please do your research. But this has helped me so much in terms of like cravings. It's helped me stop snacking at night, and I feel so much better. And I was so nervous at first going into this that I was gonna be starving, but I'm really not. Like I just went 18 hours fasting and I feel totally fine. And it's not that I'm not eating. I am still eating, like I said, my 16, 17, 1800 calories a day, but I'm eating them in a smaller window of time, and it has completely changed the way I feel. So like I said, I'm not here for fad diets or any of that, but this is something that I really can get behind right now, and I'm doing it for a month and I feel really great. I do try to do 5 days a week of this fasting, and then on weekends I just do whatever I want, but a lot of times it's still kind of really close to those windows because I guess that's what my body really likes. So for example, I do not eat anything until 11 a.m. on Monday, or at least that's what I shoot for, and then I stop eating at 7 p.m. on Monday, and I do that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then on Friday I don't cut myself off. So I won't stop eating at 7 if I want something after 7, or if I eat meals later in the day, that's just what happens. And then on Saturday I do whatever my body feels like doing, and then on Sunday I do whatever until 7 p.m. I stop eating at 7 p.m. so I can get that fast started for Monday morning. And I'm not gonna go on here and like encourage you guys to try it, but I am going to encourage you to do your research on it. Don't ever take the advice of someone on YouTube that isn't a doctor, and even if they are a doctor, still do your own research, because there's so much to know about the human body. And I just wanted to come on here and say that that's just something that I'm doing, something I'm enjoying, something that my body personally is responding to very well, and something that I'm probably gonna be doing for a while. I never wanted to start something like keto knowing that I wouldn't be able to commit to it, but this is something that I can commit to. Not to say the entire month that I've been doing this that I've done it perfectly. There are times that I've had longer fasts and times like the Super Bowl where I said, you know what, I'm not gonna do it today, and that was fine. Actually, the next day after the Super Bowl wasn't fun, but that's probably just because of the things I consumed. Anyways, I don't have a set meal plan that I follow. I will go ahead and show you my goals in my Fitness Pal. My protein goal is 120, carbs is 141. I'm not scared of carbs. Fiber 25, sugar 51, fat 62, and then all of that other stuff. The hardest thing for me is fat, because if I cook with olive oil or like butter or eat an egg, I feel like my fat goes over. But actually sugar has been my lowest category consistently at the end of the day, and that's been a big accomplishment for me. But yeah, these are my current macro goals, but of course I'm flexible in it and I don't stick too hard to it. So I do log the food that I eat every single day. Again, if you want a what I eat in a week video, let me know, because I kind of want to do it. But counting macros is something that might work for you or it might not work for you. Same with like everything in life. But something that I like to do is go ahead on my iPad and I actually go into the Good Notes app. And I showed this in my grocery haul video. Click right up here if you want to see a video that I did on like a healthy-ish grocery haul. You can get an idea of some of the things I like to shop for. I also have a highlight on Instagram with all of my grocery hauls in it. But I have a notebook in Instagram. I have a notebook in Good Notes, and I have basically a lot of things. A calendar template. It already comes in Good Notes. And basically I sit down and like list out the dinners I want to have every night, and I like to have a lot of fun with my dinners too. I'm working on a video where I'm cooking like all of my favorite meals with you guys, so they're not necessarily the healthiest, but they're like really good meals, you know. But I basically go ahead and plan my dinners, but I don't plan anything else. I haven't been doing a lot of meal prep lately, but okay, I guess I didn't bring it up here, but these containers right here, they're in my Amazon link, are the absolute best for meal prep. Meal prep for me lately has been just eating leftovers because I'm home most of the time. When I go back to my normal like teaching job, I will probably be doing more in the sense of meal prep, but like I said, since I'm at home, I can cook more, so I don't have the need to meal prep as much. I enjoy cooking, so that's just where I'm at in terms of meal prep. If you are curious as to the kind of things that I'm buying every week, the kinds of things that me and my husband are eating, we're just a family of two, I save all of my hauls over on Instagram, and I also have a grocery haul video for you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to cover in this video. I try to be really open, really honest with you guys. I do have a couple of questions that you guys asked me on Instagram that I'm gonna kind of scroll through and answer, but if there's something that I didn't mention in this video, something you want to learn more about or get my opinion on, because I'm not a doctor, you can leave a comment down below. I respond to all my comments, all my Instagram messages, and let's hop into some questions. So, what types of food do you eat? Breakfast, snacks, lunch, dinner, etc. Well, this is actually an exception. Most of the time, this is an exception. I typically do not start my morning. It's not morning anymore. It's almost 3 o'clock with a protein shake, but because I'm sitting down and filming this video, I just was gonna do that, so that's what I did today. But like every single day I have eggs, and in my eggs I put red peppers, I put onions, and I put like 85 grams of spinach, so like 2 like really good handfuls of spinach in there. I use everything but the bagel seasoning from Trader Joe's, and I have that every single day. I've been having oatmeal some mornings. I have toast. Breakfast for me is like my favorite meal of the day. I love waking up every morning, and I'm not the kind of person who gets bored with it, so for breakfast most days it's eggs, and then I have some like baby carrots with it and sometimes a fruit. For lunch it's usually leftovers, and then for dinner I usually have, most of the time honestly, it's some kind of meal that's based around like chicken, and then I try to have like a ton of vegetables. Recently I've been loving spaghetti squash. I've been loving sweet potatoes cut up and like roasted. Yeah, I have lots of really good meal ideas for you over on Instagram. I do have to say I'm a pretty picky eater, so that's kind of hard, but I also don't mind eating the same things all the time. So, oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to share this app with you guys. One of my followers on Instagram sent this to me, and it's called Mealime. It's not something I'm gonna use because, like I just said, I'm a picky eater. But if you are kind of lost when it comes to recipes, and this is not sponsored by Mealime, I'm just sharing it with you, you might want to consider getting this app because it reminds me of like a home delivery like food kit, but you do it yourself. So I feel like that was something that I really wanted to share with you guys in case you'd never heard of it. I'd never heard of it. I'm a picky eater and I don't eat a lot of those things on there. But for someone like you who's probably a normal eater, you might really like it. Can you share your smoothie recipe? Protein, use veggies and fruits. So for my smoothies, I go ahead and do just like a pre-mixed fruit. I have a couple different bags of just like from Walmart, just the bags of pre-mixed fruit. I'm working on a kitchen tour, so you'll actually get to see like everything that's like in my fridge and the ingredients I use and all of that fun stuff. But I just buy pre-made like smoothie berry mixes, and then I add in just water and then like usually a bunch of spinach, and that's what I use for my smoothies. How do you get started doing an exercise routine? I think it's just finding something that is exciting to you, something that interests you. I don't necessarily work out at the same exact time every single day. I keep saying I want to transition to morning workouts because when I go back into like teaching, that's what I want to do, is work out in the morning, but I haven't gotten there yet because my husband is on night shift, so I'm like staying up really late. So I'm not really there yet. I kind of just work out whatever time works for me, and I realize not everybody has that luxury, but I feel like just pick a time that's gonna work for you and find something you love to do. And the thing about working out is like once you start actually doing it and getting into the routine, it becomes easier and easier, and you're actually going to look forward to it, which I did not believe, because I would hear people say that and I didn't believe them, to be quite honest, but it's true. Would you still be motivated to work out as much if you were working or teaching? That is something that I've thought about a couple of times, because like I said, I've had all this time to invest in myself to get healthy, and that it's been incredible for me. This whole thing has been kind of like a blessing in disguise in a way, but I know that for myself personally, when I go back into teaching, I do want to set more boundaries for myself, so I'm not going to be leaving at like 6 p.m. 7 p.m. every day. I'm also hoping I can get a job that's closer to my house so I don't have to waste that much time in my commute. And that's another big thing about working out from home, is that I don't have an excuse that I can't drive to a gym, so that's going to be really helpful. But yes, when I start teaching, I am definitely going to keep this up. I'll probably, you know, stick with the same routine I'm doing now of just doing like an hour workout 5 to 6 days a week. What was your motivation? I want to work out but have none. Okay, and what I'm about to say is coming from like a place in my heart of complete understanding, but there were times when I told myself I was ready, I'm gonna start working out, I'm motivated, and I gave up in like the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks, didn't even make it a month, over and over and over again, because I wasn't truly ready. And until that clicks in your brain and you tell yourself that you're gonna do it and you're not gonna give up and you're gonna continue with it even if it's hard, until you tell that to yourself and actually start doing it and start eating healthy and start working out, it's not gonna work. You're gonna fall apart. If that voice in your head isn't like, you're going to do this whether you like it or not, it's not going to be easy. If you don't have that voice in your head that's telling you like, you need to get started on this, you need to do this, you're not going to give up, you are capable of doing this, you're not going to be successful. So if you tell yourself you don't have motivation, you're not going to be successful. But if you tell yourself you're capable of doing this and just do it, even if it's the smallest thing, you will be thanking yourself so much. So when I hear people say like, hey, I don't have any motivation, part of me just wants to tell them, hey, that was me too. I wasn't ready, but it's something you have to be ready for. And it's one of those things where it's like the time is passing anyway. I've told you already, I have tons of pictures of before photos in my phone where I would start a journey and then give up, and I would start a journey and then give up. So I have photos of proof that I gave up so many times because I wasn't ready and I wasn't focused. I think I answered most of the other questions in my video already. If there's something again that I didn't get to, let me know. I really appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you so much. Please like this video if it was helpful. Subscribe if you're not part of the family already, and I will see you in the next one.